I need to tell you something that may sound a bit crazy at first. What if I told you that most of the healing advice you've been given isn't really the full picture? What if I told you that the reason so many people still struggle with their health, despite trying every diet, every treatment, and following all the expert advice, is because there's a piece missing from the puzzle? I know it's hard to believe, but hear me out. You've probably heard many times that healing is all about eating right, exercising, taking medications, and following medical advice. While those things certainly help, there's something much deeper at play here that most doctors don't talk about. Something that doesn't involve taking another pill, seeing another specialist, or changing your daily routine drastically. You see, healing doesn't just come from external actions, like treatments or lifestyle changes. It's something much more profound and, quite frankly, simple. Healing happens from within you, and it's connected to the way you think, feel, and how you manage your inner world. That's right. It's about how you align your mind and emotions with the natural healing process of your body. It's about creating a shift in your internal state, which leads to physical healing. I know it might sound too simple or even unrealistic, but that's exactly why most people miss it. They've been conditioned to believe healing is something that must be fixed through external methods, and they don't realize that the real power to heal comes from within. The key is learning how to access this power, and that's what I'm going to show you. So stick with me, because over the next few minutes, we're going to dive deep into a truth that can change everything you know about healing. You'll finally understand why some people heal so much faster than others, and how you can tap into that very same power. Now let's talk about why this actually matters. Because I'm sure you're thinking, what's the big deal? I've tried everything, but nothing works. Well, here's the thing. If you continue following the same path without understanding this hidden truth about healing, you might never see the changes you truly want. And that's not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're focusing on the wrong thing. If you keep focusing only on your symptoms or the physical aspect of your condition, you're likely going to keep going in circles. Your body will keep reacting to the stress, fear, and negative beliefs you carry inside, and that's why healing seems to stall. The truth is, your mind plays a massive role in your physical health, and if you're not aware of how your thoughts and emotions are impacting your body, you'll continue to push yourself in a direction that doesn't lead to real, lasting healing. Think about it this way. Imagine trying to heal your body from a deep wound, but constantly reopening it by overthinking, stressing, and focusing only on the pain. If you keep doing that, how can you expect the wound to heal? The same happens in the body when you don't address the emotional and mental blocks that could be slowing down or stopping your healing process. Stress, fear, and negative emotions can prevent your body from healing properly, no matter how many treatments you try. But when you understand the deeper connection between your mind and body, and when you make the shift to focusing on healing from the inside, everything changes. Your body can finally begin to heal in a natural, flow-like process, without forcing it or stressing over it. This is why it's so important to understand the truth I'm about to share. It's not just about feeling better temporarily. It's about long-term, sustainable healing that comes from within. If you stay stuck in the old ways, you could miss out on the healing power you already have. Your body has everything it needs to heal itself, but it requires your mind and emotions to be aligned with the process. And if you don't learn how to support this alignment, you could keep seeing the same health issues or feel like you're not making progress. But once you shift your thinking and tap into this inner power, your body will naturally follow suit and begin healing in ways you never thought possible. Before we dive deeper, I want you to do something right now. Take a moment and close your eyes if you can. I want you to imagine what your life would feel like if you woke up tomorrow completely healed. Picture it clearly. What would your body feel like? How would you move? How would you feel when you get out of bed in the morning? What would you do with all the energy you have? Now, imagine how that would change your day. Would you be able to go for a walk without feeling tired or in pain? Would you be able to do activities with friends or family that you haven't been able to enjoy for years? What would your mind feel like knowing that you're completely healthy physically and emotionally? Imagine yourself at ease, not worried about any aches, pains, or stress. You feel light, calm, and full of vitality. This isn't a fantasy. This is the feeling of what it's like to be truly healed. And the best part is, it's within your reach. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect treatment. You can start experiencing this healing today, and it begins with that simple shift in how you think and feel about your body and health. Hold on to that feeling for a moment. Keep that sense of calm, relief, and vitality in your mind. It's more than just a mental exercise. It's the beginning of a deeper connection between your mind and body. And as we move forward, I want you to remember that feeling, because it's going to be important in understanding how healing works from the inside. When you begin to align your inner world with this feeling of health, your body will naturally respond. You don't have to force it, you don't have to stress over it, and you don't have to fix anything. Healing isn't about fixing a problem. It's about letting go of the stress, the struggle, and the fight, and instead allowing your body to do what it was meant to do, heal. And that's exactly what I'm going to teach you how to do. Remember, healing isn't something you need to chase or wait for. It's already happening inside you, right now. All you need to do is shift your focus and allow it to unfold. Keep this feeling of healing in mind as we go deeper into how you can activate this process every day with just a few simple shifts in your mindset. Okay, perfect. Continue to the next 3 sections in the same way, based on the outline. Thought for 9 seconds. There's a reason this kind of healing talk can feel confusing. Most people have been taught to think about the body like a machine. When something hurts, the goal becomes to fix the part. And sometimes that approach helps a lot. But when healing becomes a long road, when the same problem keeps coming back, or when nothing seems to explain why you still feel unwell, people start to feel helpless. They start to believe their body is broken. They start to believe healing is outside their control. And that belief alone can quietly keep the body stuck. Here's what matters. The body is not just a machine. It's alive. It responds to stress. It responds to fear. It responds to how safe you feel inside. It responds to the stories you repeat in your mind every day. And this is not some strange idea. You can see it in simple life moments. Think about how your body feels when you're calm versus when you're scared. Think about how your stomach reacts to worry. Think about how your breathing changes when you feel rushed. Your body is always listening. It's always responding. That's why this is not about choosing between spirituality and health. It's about understanding that healing works best when you treat the body and the inner world as one connected system. Spirituality in a practical way is not just about beliefs. It's about your state. It's about your energy. It's about how you live inside yourself. When your inner world stays in panic, your body gets a message, we are not safe. And when your body believes it's not safe, it holds tension. It stays on alert, and it puts survival first. Deep healing becomes harder in survival mode. This is also not about blaming yourself for being sick. That's important to say clearly. People already carry enough guilt and shame. Healing is not about saying it's all in your head. Healing is about saying your body is doing its best and it's responding to everything you've lived through. When you learn how to support your body from the inside, you stop fighting it. You stop seeing it as the enemy. You start working with it. And when that shift happens, the whole system can begin to change. Many people try to heal while they are still living in the same inner pressure every day. They wake up stressed. They check how they feel. They scan for symptoms. They worry about the future. They get upset with their body for not improving fast enough. They try one thing after another, hoping something finally works. But under all those actions, the inner message stays the same. Something is wrong. I'm not safe. I'm running out of time. Even if you don't say those words out loud, the body feels them. Real healing is often less about forcing the body to change and more about helping the body feel safe enough to change. That's the part most people don't hear. And when you understand that, you stop treating healing like a battle you have to win. You start treating healing like a relationship you rebuild slowly, gently, and with trust. That's where the real power begins. The first block is trying to heal from fear. This is one of the biggest hidden problems because fear can look like motivation. Fear can make you do everything right. It can make you search nonstop, watch videos late at night, read new symptoms, try new plans, and push your body harder. But fear keeps your system tight. Fear keeps your body in defense mode. And defense mode is not the same as healing mode. When you're afraid, your body acts like it needs to survive, not repair. Your muscles stay tense, your breathing gets shallow, your heart rate changes, your digestion may slow down, sleep gets lighter, your mind becomes louder, and even if you are trying to be positive, fear can still sit under the surface. It shows up as, what if this never gets better? It shows up as, why is my body doing this? It shows up as, I need this to work now. That pressure is not your fault, but it is a signal. It's a sign that you've been carrying too much for too long. The second block is focusing only on the body and ignoring the inner state. Many people do everything physical they can. They change food, they take supplements, they rest more, they move their body, they follow advice. And again, those things can help. But if the inner world stays full of anger, shame, worry, or constant stress, the body is still receiving a heavy message every day. Healing is not just a list of actions. Healing is also a state. Your inner state is the environment your body lives in. If the environment is full of tension, the body adjusts to tension. If the environment is full of calm, the body adjusts to calm. That's why two people can follow the same health plan and have very different outcomes. One person may do it with trust and patience, the other may do it with fear and pressure. The body can tell the difference. And there's something else here that is very spiritual, but also very real. When you carry pain inside, emotional pain, old hurt, heavy memories, your body can carry it too. Not because you caused your illness, but because the body stores what the mind cannot hold forever. If you never feel safe enough to release, your body may hold the load. Sometimes healing begins when you allow yourself to soften inside, even a little. Sometimes the body has been waiting for that permission. The third block is overcomplicating healing. People hear 100 different opinions and try to do everything at once. One day it's this method, the next day it's another method. One week it's strict rules, the next week it's total confusion. The mind gets tired, the body gets tired, and then healing feels like a full-time job. Overcomplication can also hide a deeper problem. The belief that you must earn healing, the belief that you must do everything perfectly or you don't deserve to get better. That belief creates pressure, and pressure often creates more symptoms. It becomes a loop. Symptoms create fear. Fear creates pressure. Pressure creates more symptoms. Then people think the answer is more control, but more control often tightens the body even more. Healing does not need to be complicated to be real. The body understands simple, steady signals: safety, rest, calm breathing, gentle movement, kind words, support, time. These are not weak, these are powerful. Most people don't need 10 new methods. They need one clear direction and a steady way to return to peace when the mind starts to spiral. If any of these blocks feel familiar, it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means you're human. It means you've been trying hard. But healing is not only about trying. Healing is also about allowing. And that brings us to the hidden truth. Here's the shift that changes healing at the deepest level. Healing grows when you stop fighting your body and start supporting your body. Healing grows when you move from "I have to fix this" to "I can help my body return to balance." Healing grows when you stop treating the body like a problem and start treating it like a partner. Most people are at war with their symptoms. They hate the pain, they hate the tiredness, they hate the fear, they hate the way their life has changed, and that reaction makes sense. But the problem is this: when you fight your body feels more threat. It may not understand your words, but it understands your energy. It understands tension. It understands resistance. It understands the message behind your focus. A spiritual truth that many people forget is this: what you resist, you often keep close. Not because the universe is punishing you, but because resistance holds attention. And attention is powerful. Attention is like water. It goes where you send it. If your attention is always on "what's wrong with me?" the body keeps receiving the signal that something is wrong. The mind keeps scanning. The nervous system stays alert, and your body stays in the same pattern. The hidden truth is not that you should ignore your symptoms. It's that you should change the relationship you have with them. Instead of meeting your symptoms with panic, meet them with calm. Instead of meeting your symptoms with anger, meet them with curiosity. Instead of meeting your symptoms with "why me?" meet them with "what do you need from me right now?" This is not just a nice idea, it's a practical tool. When you respond with calm, your breathing changes. When your breathing changes, your body gets a signal of safety. When your body gets safety, it relaxes. When it relaxes, it can repair. When it can repair, healing becomes more possible. This is the real reason inner work matters. Inner work changes the signals your body receives. Now, this is where spirituality becomes very clear and very simple. Your state matters more than you realize. The state you live in most becomes your body's normal. If you live in stress most days, stress becomes the normal. If you live in fear most days, fear becomes the normal. If you live in calm more often, calm becomes the normal. And when calm becomes the normal, the body has room to heal. Think of your body like a garden. You can plant the best seeds, you can buy the best tools, but if the soil is dry and hard, growth will be slow. Your inner state is the soil. When the soil is soft, when it's cared for, when it's given steady support, the seeds grow easier. The body is the same. Healing is not only about doing. Healing is also about the environment inside you. This is why some people see change when they finally stop panicking. This is why some people begin to feel better when they stop watching their symptoms all day. This is why some people heal faster when they feel loved, supported, and safe. It's not just mental. It's not just emotional. It's the whole system working together. And there's one more part of the hidden truth that many people don't hear. Your body is not against you. Even when it hurts, it is trying to protect you. Even when it shuts down, it is trying to keep you safe. Even when it feels like it's failing, it may be asking for a new way of living, a new rhythm, a new kind of care, a new kind of inner peace. When you understand this, you stop seeing healing as a fight you have to win. You start seeing healing as a return to balance, a return to safety, a return to trust. And this shift, this move from fighting to supporting, is the doorway. Once you step through that doorway, everything you do becomes more effective because your body is no longer trying to defend itself from your own fear. Hold on to this. The goal is not to force healing. The goal is to allow healing. The goal is to become the kind of inner place where healing can happen. That is the secret people miss. That is the truth hidden under the noise. And once you see it clearly, you can start using it in real life, in simple moments every day. Here is the part that feels almost too simple, but it can change everything when you practice it the right way. The body listens to what you repeat, not just your words, but the message behind your words. If the message is fear, the body tightens. If the message is trust, the body softens. Healing becomes easier when the body is not constantly bracing for danger. Most people, without knowing it, send their body the same message again and again. Something is wrong. I'm not safe. This needs to stop now. Even if they never say those words out loud, the body feels them. It feels the rush. It feels the panic. It feels the checking. It feels the pressure. And the body responds by staying on alert. The thought pattern that supports healing starts by changing the message. Instead of "my body is against me," the new message is "my body is working with me." This doesn't mean you love every symptom. It means you stop treating your body like an enemy. It means you begin to see the body as something that is trying to help you survive, even if it is doing it in a way that feels uncomfortable. Instead of "I'm scared this won't change," the new message is "my body can learn a new normal." The body is not a fixed story. It is always adjusting. It is always learning. It is always responding. When you repeat fear, the body learns fear. When you repeat safety, the body learns safety. When you repeat trust, the body learns trust. Instead of "why is this happening to me?" the new message is "what do you need from me right now?" That question shifts you out of panic and into support. It brings you back into a calm kind of power. It tells the body, "I'm here with you. I'm listening. We can do this together." Here is the most important part. This only works when you say it in a calm way. Not like you are trying to force yourself to believe it. Not like you are begging the body to change. Not like you are fighting your own fear. The goal is to speak to the body the same way you would speak to someone you love who is going through a hard time. Soft, steady, kind. This thought pattern is not magic words. It is a new inner direction. It is a new habit. It is training your system to stop sending danger signals all day long. And even if you don't feel a big change right away, the body is still hearing you. The body is still receiving a different message. Over time, that message becomes a new normal. And you don't have to do it perfectly. You only need to return to it again and again. The moment you notice fear rising, the moment you notice your mind rushing, the moment you notice yourself scanning for symptoms, that is your cue. That is the moment the practice begins. A simple way to use this in real life is to tie it to the moments that usually trigger you. When you feel a symptom and your mind starts to panic, pause and say, "I'm safe right now. My body is working with me." When you feel tired and you get frustrated, pause and say, "My body can learn a new normal. I'm giving it time." When you catch yourself worrying about the future, pause and say, "Right now, I support my body. Right now, I return to calm." This is not pretending you have no problems. This is choosing the message you send while you move through the problem. The body can heal better when the inner environment is not full of threat. This is how you begin to change the environment. Many people try to visualize healing, but they do it in a way that secretly keeps them stuck. They picture themselves healthy while their body is tense and their mind is afraid. They picture a better future while feeling upset about the present, and that mix sends two messages at once. I want healing, but also, I don't have it, and I'm scared. The body hears the fear part more than the words. The goal is not to picture healing like it's a faraway miracle. The goal is to let the body experience healing as something normal, something natural, something that fits inside you, something your mind and body can accept. This is why calm visualization matters so much. Instead of imagining a perfect moment and getting overly excited, imagine a normal day where your body feels more at ease. Not a dream, not a huge dramatic scene, just normal life with less tension. Normal life with more breath, normal life where you move through your day without constantly thinking about your symptoms. Here is a simple way to do it. Close your eyes and picture yourself waking up. You don't leap out of bed like you won the lottery. You just wake up and notice your body feels softer, your shoulders feel lower, your stomach feels calmer, your breathing feels easier, you sit up and it feels normal, you stand up and it feels normal, you walk to get a glass of water and it feels normal. Then picture something small that matters to you. Maybe you go outside for a short walk. Maybe you do a simple task that has felt hard lately. In this picture, you do it with more ease, not perfect, not superhuman, just easier. You feel present, you feel steady, you feel like your body is with you. Now here is the key. Keep your feelings calm. Let the feeling be simple and steady. Let it be like noticing the weather. Let it be like noticing the light in the room. Healing becomes easier to accept when it feels natural, not shocking. This kind of visualization teaches your system something very important. This is safe. This is allowed. This is possible. Your nervous system starts to recognize the idea of feeling better as something it can handle. Many people don't realize they are afraid of change, even good change, because their system has lived in tension for so long. A tense system can even feel strange in calm. Like calm is unfamiliar. So this practice gently introduces calm as a normal state again. If your mind tries to interrupt with doubt, that's normal. The mind may say, this is not real, or this won't happen. When that happens, the goal is not to argue. The goal is to return to the feeling of normal ease, return to soft shoulders, return to steady breath, return to the simple picture of your day being lighter. The point of this practice is not to escape life. The point is to train your inner world to recognize a new normal. The body learns from what it experiences inside. When you repeatedly experience calm inside, your system starts to build a new pattern. And patterns are powerful. Patterns become habits. Habits become your state. And your state shapes how your body functions. So keep it simple. A calm picture, a normal day, a body that feels safer, a mind that feels quieter. That is enough. That is more than enough. Healing does not usually happen from one strong moment. It happens from many small moments that repeat. The body changes through steady signals, and the most powerful signal you can give your body every day is safety. This daily routine is not meant to be hard. It's meant to be easy enough that you can actually do it. Because the real power is not in doing something big once. The real power is in doing something small often. Start in the morning before your mind rushes into the day, before you check messages, before you check symptoms, before you think about what you have to do. Give your body the first message of the day. Sit up or stay lying down and take a slow breath. Then say one simple line in your mind. I'm safe right now. My body is working with me. Don't rush it. Let the words land gently. Then take another breath and add, my body can learn a new normal. Spend a few minutes just feeling what safety might feel like. It doesn't have to be perfect safety. Even a small sense of softness is enough. Even a small sense of calm is enough. During the day, use tiny resets. These are not long practices. They are short moments that interrupt the old pattern. Because the old pattern is usually this: a symptom appears, the mind panics, the body tightens, and the fear grows. A reset breaks that chain. A reset can be as simple as putting a hand on your chest and breathing slowly for 10 seconds. While you breathe, tell your body, "I'm here, I'm listening, we can soften." If the symptom is strong, you can still do it. You're not trying to make the symptom disappear in that moment. You're changing the relationship with it. You're changing the message. You're telling your system, even here, even now, we can come back to calm. You can also attach this to things you already do. When you wash your hands, let it be a reminder to relax your shoulders. When you drink water, let it be a reminder to breathe slower. When you sit down, let it be a reminder to unclench your jaw. These small changes matter because they tell the nervous system again and again, we are not in danger. At night, keep it gentle. Many people end the day thinking about what went wrong, what hurt, what they couldn't do. That keeps the system in threat right before sleep. Instead, review your day from a healing point of view, not a fake point of view, a healing point of view. Ask yourself, was there any moment today when I felt even slightly better? It could be tiny. It could be a moment you laughed, a moment you felt calmer, a moment you forgot about your symptoms for a minute, a moment you breathed deeper, a moment you felt supported by someone. Find one moment, then take a breath and appreciate it, not because it proves anything, but because it trains your mind to notice progress. It trains your system to recognize safety and ease. Then end with one simple message. Thank you, body. Keep learning. Keep softening. That may feel strange at first, especially if you've been angry at your body for a long time. But gratitude is not approval of pain. Gratitude is a signal of connection. It tells the body you are no longer fighting it alone. This daily practice is not about forcing the body to change overnight. It is about building trust. It is about creating steady support. It is about helping the body come out of defense mode little by little. And over time, that becomes a powerful shift, because when the body feels safer, it can do what it was designed to do: repair, restore, and return to balance. Now, even with a simple routine, there will be moments when it feels hard. This is not because you are failing, it's because your system has been trained a certain way for a long time. When you try to change a deep pattern, the old pattern often pushes back. That pushback is not a sign to quit. It's usually a sign that the change is real. The first big obstacle is doubt. Doubt is that voice that says, this is not working, or this is too simple, or nothing ever helps me. Doubt can sound smart. It can sound like it's protecting you from disappointment. But most of the time, doubt is just old fear wearing a mask. It shows up when you start stepping into a new way of living. It wants to pull you back into the old normal because the old normal feels familiar, even if it hurts. When doubt shows up, the goal is not to fight it. Fighting creates more tension. Instead, treat doubt like a passing cloud. Notice it, name it, and return to your practice. You can say, that's doubt, and then come back to your breath. You can say, I hear you, and then come back to the message. I'm safe right now. My body is working with me. You are not trying to erase doubt. You are training yourself not to obey it. The second obstacle is other people's opinions. Not everyone will understand this approach. Some people may think it's too spiritual, or not serious, or not real. Others may have their own fears and may try to pull you into them. You don't need to convince anyone. You don't need to explain your inner work like it's an argument. You can keep it private. You can keep it simple. You can just live it. If someone doubts you, that does not mean your healing is blocked. The only time it becomes a problem is when you take their doubt into your own body and turn it into your truth. So protect your inner space. Choose what you listen to. Choose what you repeat. Healing needs a calm environment, and that includes the people and voices you allow around you. The third obstacle is what can be called the proof trap. This is when you keep checking every hour, every day, asking, "Am I better yet?" It makes sense to want proof. When you're in pain, you want change fast. But constant checking keeps your focus locked on the problem. It keeps your nervous system scanning for danger. It keeps the body in alert mode. And alert mode is not the best place for deep healing. This doesn't mean you ignore your health. It means you stop turning your whole day into a test. You stop treating your body like a report card. Instead, you do your practice, then you live your day. You allow your body to learn quietly. You allow the change to build in the background. A helpful way to handle the proof trap is to choose one small check-in time per day and keep it short. Not every hour, not every moment, just one gentle check-in. Even better, focus less on how do I feel and more on how am I responding, because that is the real shift. The symptom may still be there, but your response can become calmer, and that calmer response is often the first real sign that healing is happening. The fourth obstacle is fear of change. This one surprises a lot of people. Sometimes the body has lived in tension so long that calm feels strange. Sometimes the mind has lived in worry so long that peace feels unfamiliar. Sometimes a person has built their whole identity around being the one who is struggling, the one who needs help, the one who is always trying to get better. When healing begins, it can feel like stepping into a new self. And that can create fear, even if the change is good. If you notice this fear, meet it with kindness. You don't need to shame yourself for it. You can say, "It's safe to heal." You can say, "It's safe to feel better." You can say, "I allow my life to change in a good way." The body needs permission sometimes, not pressure. Now let's talk about the signs that this is working, because healing often starts quietly. The first sign is usually a shift in your inner state. You might notice you're not panicking as much. You might notice you breathe deeper without thinking. You might notice you can sit with a symptom and stay calmer. This is huge. Even if the symptom has not fully changed, your system is already changing. Your nervous system is learning safety. Your body is learning that it does not have to stay in defense all the time. The next sign is that you start noticing small moments of relief. Not a full cure overnight, but small openings. You might sleep a little better. You might feel a little more energy. You might have a day that feels lighter. You might feel your muscles loosen more often. You might recover faster after stress. These changes matter. They are proof that your system is responding. Another sign is that you start thinking differently about your body. You stop saying, "My body is broken." You start saying, "My body is trying." You stop saying, "This will never change." You start saying, "I'm learning how to support my system." This change in language is not just a mindset trick. It changes your focus. It changes your emotion. It changes your body signals. You may also start noticing that your reactions to life become softer. Things that used to trigger you might feel smaller. You might feel less on edge. You might feel more patience. You might feel more hope, even without clear reasons. This happens when your nervous system begins to relax. When the nervous system relaxes, the whole body works better. Digestion, sleep, immune response, energy, all of it can be affected by that inner shift. And one of the biggest signs is when you stop needing signs. There comes a moment when you feel a deep knowing, "I'm on the right path." You stop chasing proof every hour. You stop looking for instant results to feel safe. You start living from trust. That trust is not blind. It's built. It's built from the practice. It's built from the way you return to calm again and again. It's built from the way you learn to support your body instead of fighting it. Now, a simple truth that can help you stay steady is this: healing is rarely a straight line. There can be good days and hard days. A hard day does not erase progress. It does not mean you're back at the start. Sometimes a hard day is just the body releasing old stress. Sometimes it's the system adjusting. Sometimes it's life happening. The goal is not to never have symptoms again instantly. The goal is to build a stable inner foundation that supports the body through whatever happens. So if you have a hard day, return to the basics. Return to the morning message. Return to the tiny resets. Return to the calm visualization. Return to the words, "I'm safe right now. My body is working with me." You don't need a new method every time you feel discomfort. You need a steady path back to safety. If you're going through something serious, it's also wise to use support in the real world. This inner work is powerful, but it does not have to be your only tool. You can use spiritual practice and medical care together. You can work with professionals and still build your inner state. You can take action in the outer world while you create peace in the inner world. It is not either or. It can be both. And now, here is the most important part. You don't need to wait. You can begin today, right now, in the simplest way. Take one slow breath, relax your shoulders, place a hand on your chest if you want, and tell your body one honest sentence: "I'm here with you." That sentence alone can begin to change the relationship. That sentence alone can begin to bring safety back into your system. And from safety, healing has room to grow. Healing is not only something that happens to you. Healing is also something you can support with your state, with your focus, and with the way you treat your own body from the inside. When you stop fighting your body and start working with it, you change the message your system receives. When you change the message, you change the pattern. When you change the pattern, you create space for your body to do what it was designed to do. Keep it simple, keep it gentle, keep it steady. Return to calm when fear rises. Return to trust when doubt speaks. Return to safety when your mind starts to race. Your body is listening. Your body is learning. And the more you live in the energy of support instead of struggle, the more your system can move toward balance. You don't have to force healing to prove it's possible. You only have to create the conditions where healing can happen. One breath at a time, one day at a time, one soft return at a time.